For those of you who are inclined, I've done this Matt Britton style diagram on what this workout actually is. So hopefully you can see that, but I'll just explain it and then I'll set it in the model. Think of it as two 15-minute pieces. Each 15-minute piece comprises 3 5-minute pieces. And each 5-minute piece starts with 2.5 minutes of rate 20, but whatever you really want to rate, but just very tech focused, just pushing the legs down and thinking about what you want to work on. And then at 2.5 minutes, we do a two rating point build up to 28. So 22, 24, 26, 28. And then the final 30 seconds is just open rate, whatever you want to do. 30's fine, 36, whatever you want to do. So we'll do 3 of those, then we'll have a 4-minute break, and then we'll do 3 of those again. So hopefully that makes sense. As I said to Adrian, I just stick this in the monitor as being 3 5-minute pieces. So I'll walk you through it now as I do. So select workout, new workout, intervals variable, first interval time, 5 minutes, no rest. Second interval time, 5 minutes, no rest. Third interval time, 5 minutes, 4 minutes rest. Fourth interval time, 5 minutes, no rest. Fifth interval time, 5 minutes, no rest. Sixth interval time, 5 minutes. And I'm just going to add 1 minute of rest on the end of this. So you just paddle out that minute after you've done the last 5-minute piece. And then we're done. Yep. Somebody question?
David, question. Why do you do 4-minute rest instead of just a 4-minute interval? Like, why distinguish rest period versus just a 4-minute block?
Yeah, really good question. No really good answer to that. Because when we've done this before, it's typically done 15 minutes race, rest 15 minutes. Whenever I've done this piece before, I've just done them continuous. So I'll do 6, 7, 8 sets of 5 minutes. So there's no real answer to that. And it's also so people can mentally stop, they can get off, they can stretch, whatever. Whereas the rolling 2.5 minutes into the 2.5 minutes is, right, you've finished the piece, now back onto the form, get your breath back onto the form. Whereas at the end of 15 minutes, I want people to mentally be able to stop. As I say, one of the challenges with this is making sure that this appeals to all levels of, fitness and ability. So I guess that's the logic there. I hope that makes sense.
Starting in 2 minutes.
Okay, so what we're going to say, yeah, so with this, as I say, I like to use it as a sort of, it gets quite hard towards the end. Row within yourself on the first couple. I'm going to be just doing the usual things I do, which, focus on this stuff, which is really sitting up nice and straight at the catch, loosen the arms and making sure the first bit of the drive is the heels down and making sure that I'm really engaged in that first part of the drive and keeping the shoulders in front of the hips for as long as possible before I accelerate through the middle, and then hands away before I come forward. So really think about that and keeping it loose. And as you build up, and it gets progressively harder, it's not you're jumping to what it's hard. Remember to stay loose, particularly in the 4th, 5th, and 6th ones. Just keep loose, keep breathing, keep rolling through it. Adrian, if everyone's set, I'm ready when you are.
Okay.
So maybe if anyone's not ready, just give Adrian a signal and we'll wait. I can't see now, but
no, I think we're good to go. So
right,
let's get ready to start.
Well, Aid, why don't you count us down? Yep.
All right, we'll start in 10 seconds. And we're starting off with 2.5 minutes at rate 20. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Really use this to set yourself up on the pattern you want to row, getting the body in all the right positions. As you go up through the gears, I like to think of rate 26 as being about on my 5K split. And then rate 28 is give or take, you know, probably your 2K split plus a little. And then your open rate piece is obviously the sort of split you're going to be wanting to see in the last 150 meters of a 2K piece. So, you know, 2K minus a bit. It'll feel pretty easy on the first one or two. It's a little bit harder as time goes on, obviously. As always, listen to your body. Don't listen to me. Your body's saying back off. Trust yourself. Really thinking about keeping the drive low, leaving the hands in the stern, if we're in a boat, obviously. Keeping the spine long and the chest open. I can think about picking it up shortly.
So we're coming up to the first change. Going to lift the rate 2 beats in just over 10 seconds. Coming up to every 30 seconds until we get to the 5-minute mark. Well, that last 30 seconds is a bit more than that. Get ready. Coming up to go. Now want to be on around 22. Relaxed, fluid. Get ready to come up another 2 to 24. Ready, go.
Really keeping your form here. This should be your all-day pace.
Coming up 2 again. Ready, go. Think about being dynamic at both ends. Quite lively. Get ready to come up 2 again. Ready, go. Should now be on around about 28. Focus on pushing the legs. You want speed on the drive. Your next 30 seconds is at free rate. Get ready, go. Try to keep the length. Focus on pushing the legs down fast and hard. At the end of this 30 seconds, we're going to come back down to 20 for the next 2.5 minutes. Get ready, coming down to 20, go.
Age.
Yep.
There's quite a lot of drift for me on your stopwatch.
Uh-huh.
So maybe I'll call on the next go
Sure.
off my clock.
Yep.
Then it's over to you. Loving the calls,
Yep.
but you're doing that high modern coxing thing of lying to us about how far to go.
Sure.
Okay, so if that's hurting more than you thought, that's probably no surprise, because your physiology, it takes a bit to switch on to that stuff in top gear. That's, we've talked here before about, you know, getting properly into that heart rate up place before you actually race. So hopefully the second one will be a little bit easier. One more minute just paddling. Really back on form now. Don't have to be putting the legs down hard, but just making sure the body's in all the right positions. Thirty seconds. Okay, we're off in 10. Up to, on the next, go. That's what I say, up to, on the next, go. Those 3 cues. It's gonna be nice and bright here. Up to, on the next, go. Like 24. Over to you, Abe.
Okay.
I'll call the changeovers, that's all.
Yep. Try and keep the focus on using the big muscles, the legs and the backs.
Up to, on the next, go.
Just think about being a little bit more dynamic, a little bit of spring off the feet and keeping the hands moving around the back end.
Up to, on the next, go.
Now striking 28. Keep that same technique. Pushing the legs, opening the back against the legs.
Up to, on the next, go.
Free rate, 30 seconds. See what you can push the split down to. Coming down to 20. Ready, go.
think I'll cut down to up to go.
Yeah.
It'll surprise you to know, Adrian, that I'm not a great talker in the boat. Well, you know, when we're stopped, I am, but and Alex Barrett, if you're laughing at that, shut up. I felt a bit better on that. Felt myself hunching over a bit in that last 30 seconds, sort of dropping a bit. Super important to open up, keep it fresh, try and keep it long, but remember that the most power of the stroke comes at the front. So think about engaging heels down early and accelerating. Once the acceleration's finished in the second 2/3 of the stroke, then think about just resetting for the next big leg drive through the middle. 45 seconds. Thirty seconds now. On good form. On this one, you want to be hitting all the numbers you've set yourself. You've got a number in your head, make sure you get it on this one. 10 seconds. On the next, up to now, rate 22. From now on, to be clear, the call will be up to now. Up to now, rate 24. In your hands, Aid.
Yep. Think about maintaining good posture. Nice long spine. Sitting up, looking up.
Up to now.
Push the heels down, make that connection at the front end really solid, strong. Pushing the legs down, bring the handle with you.
Up to now.
This 30-second piece at 28. Powerful legs. Sitting up. Good.
Open rate. Now.
Here we go. Drive that split down. Legs and backs on this one. Legs and backs. Dynamic. Good. Keep the head up. Don't slump.
Panel line.
Down.
Right, just keep moving for a bit.
Four-minute break before we do that all over again. 4-minute break.
was harder than I remember. I need to console myself, Adrian. But this time next week, actually about this very time next week, with a bit of luck, I'll be paddling out for a surf in Sydney's southern beaches.
Wow, sounds good.
Yeah. If the rain's properly stopped and all the sewage in the water's washed away and the sharks aren't there, I don't have any work meetings, and I get on the plane because I haven't caught COVID. I get to the airport, other than the last time where I didn't get to the airport because they closed the M1 and tell me. Other than that, it's all good.
Yeah, sounds like it's in the bag.
Right. So if you're going to keep paddling as I am, just sit up now, keep moving, grab a drink. Any feedback, anyone? How you all feeling?
Great session. Thank you.
I'm glad to hear that. I can assure you this doesn't have the Molesey Leg-Ends statement of quality assurance label. This was one I brought in myself, so.
Well, thank you for the 4-minute break.
Yeah, amen to that.
You got 2 minutes of it left.
That's an out-of-town voice as well. Where are you calling in from, mate?
Boston.
Oh, nice. Which club do you row for there?
Boston. It's beautiful today.
Oh, lovely. My youngest daughter was in Boston last week.
Awesome.
Having a great time.
Even better. All the restrictions are gone. We can live free again.
Yeah, fantastic. So does that mean the head of the Charles is going to happen?
I think so.
There's an event I want to do again.
Happened last year.
Yeah. But fewer international entries, I guess.
Probably.
Yeah.
Someday I'll get on the water.
Yeah.
1 minute to go.
Well, stick with us, mate. Keep training. This is a good part of your preparation.
I do them all the time. Thank you.
Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you for joining. Right, 45 seconds. So more of the same, right? But as you get tired, spine long, shoulders up, stay loose. That's the problem with this. It's a gradual turning of the screws. You've got to remind yourself of that every time. We'll have Aid do it for you, Aid. Remind us of that all the time.
Yep.
20 seconds, yeah?
Yep,
So
20
then we're
seconds.
on to just 2 minutes paddling again. So, but just when you hit that 2 minutes, just sharpen up. Make sure that everything's fresh, in good shape. You've won the heat. Now you've got to go back and row the final.
Okay, here we go. Second piece.
And we're off.
Starting now. 2.5 minutes at 20. Good form, good technique. Let's think about efficiency, so you're not wasting any energy. Relax on the recovery. Make the drive coordinated. So you're keeping it out of your arms as long as you can. Focusing on the legs and the backs, all the big muscles. Good posture at both ends of the drive, so you're not slumping at the release and you're not collapsing over the feet.
So the second one of these two, sorry, Ed, go.
The chest is floating up over the knees, so you've got room to get a big lung full of air.
Really focus on getting this first one done where you finish that last one. Should be a bit more refreshed. Ready to get stuck in a minute, a bit under a minute. As a reminder, try and get your 5K split on rate 26, bit above your 2K on 28, bit below your 2K on 30 plus. First kick in 30 seconds. Righto, mine's in, 10 seconds. Focusing now. On the next, up to, go. Just on 22, putting it together. Leaving your hands out there as long as possible.
Try and keep exactly the same technique no matter what the rate is.
Up to, go.
Just moving a little bit quicker. Same technique.
Up to, go.
Push the heels down. Keep the spine nice and long. Don't slump. Good.
Up to, go.
Think about moving quicker as the flywheel moves quicker. Keep it in time with that flywheel.
Up to, go.
Free rate. Drive that split down, legs and backs. Try and keep it out of the arms as long as you can. Legs and backs. Big muscles. Coming back down to rate 20. Go.
Okay, getting back on form now. Even if there's no pressure, just get your body in the positions it needs to be in. Maximum efficiency. Open up the lungs. So, as I know you all know, this next one's a championship set, really. Second last one's always the nastiest. So really dial in your focus on every 30 seconds. Worst case, it's maybe 17 strokes for some of you guys. But it's 7 sets of 2, the very focused leg drive, shoulder relaxed, spine long, heels down. We can all do that. We can all do that. A minute to go. Get your shape back now and get a bit of leg drive back in. Really throw yourself at this. The last one's easy. The last one's just the only thing between you and a shower. This one, get focused. This is England rugby in the last 20 minutes of the test match against Ireland. Make every tackle. Except you're not going to lose. I shouldn't laugh, sorry.
Okay, let's get switched on. Get ready.
Okay, 10 seconds, Aid.
Yeah, you call it.
Yep. Right, everyone. Up 2 on the next. Ready. Go now, 22.
Just think about the 30-second block that you're on. Just think about where you are now. Mindfulness. This stroke. This stroke.
Up 2. Go.
Driving the legs. Opening the body against the leg drive. Squeezing the shoulders. Keep the handle moving.
Up 2. Go.
Commitment on the legs. Just think about pushing the seat down, pushing the seat away, and the handle going with it. Good posture. Long spine. Sitting up.
Up 2. Go, 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 go.
This next 30 seconds at 28. Strong leg drive. And bringing the body in against the legs on the second half.
Up 2. Go.
Right, free rate. Driving it. Long. Fully committed. Hard through. Pushing that split down. Last 10 seconds. Coming back down to 20.
Down.
Down. Active recovery.
Nice, guys. Last one. Righto. Give yourself another 30 seconds, and then we'll get back into some shape. So the avoidance of doubt, Adrian, my last remark about the England rugby team was actually a compliment. I thought, for all my love of the England rugby team, in brackets, not much, it was a massive performance.
Yeah, they did really well.
Huge engines, huge courage.
Yeah.
It's a very good team. So
yeah, they did.
Yeah. I mean, when everything's hurting, pick yourself up and hit another ruck, or pick yourself up and make another tackle. In this case, pick yourself up and Straighten your spine. Drive your legs one more time, and then one more time, and then one more time.
Yeah.
Minute to go.
No
And the
surrender.
last set. Last set.
So I'm calling this workout Isha's staircase, because it's like you just keep on climbing up and up and up, and after 5 minutes you find yourself back where you started. Do it again.
This is the end of the staircase, though, in 30 seconds.
Yeah. Right, so let's have really nice form now. Relax.
22 is just getting everybody ready. 24 is your all-day pace. And then we just step, step, step. 10 seconds. On it, everybody. Last one. Up 2. In the next. Go. Just 22, but imagine yourself on the last 700 meters at Henley. Perfect shape. On the next. Up 2. Now, go. 24.
You're now just moving the boat that little bit faster with another boat right alongside you, coming down past the enclosures at Henley. You're both paddling under control, trying to get your nose in front of that other boat.
Up 2. Go.
Both boats have picked up pace. You're now on 26. Sitting up. Strong posture. Focus on legs and backs.
Up 2. Go.
Right, here we go, guys. This is at 28. You are half a seat up on the other boat. Keep long, driving into that finish. You are now 1 seat up on the other boat.
2.
Here we go. Last 30 seconds. Free rate. You are 1 seat up, but they're trying to push back on you. So you need to sit up now. Sit up. And we're going to really, really, really push. Go. Legs and backs. Legs and backs. We're still 1 seat up.
Yeah.
Feet across the line.
Keep moving. Keep moving. Okay. Back on form, everyone.
Try to get back to full range paddling, just to help get the lactate out of the muscles.
If you can, you've got time, keep paddling. The minute's nowhere near long enough to work the lactate out of that. Well, that was both harder than I remembered, Adrian, but I don't want to say as much fun as I hoped. Makes me as a very sad individual. Was I wanted for a workout, I guess. And I say, as I often say at this point, I never would have done it if there weren't 19 people doing it with me.
Yeah.
If you're still paddling, Age, you can probably see how many people are really thinking about just back on form. Do another, you can do another 500, 600 meters. Where your shape is what you'd want it to be if you're full pressure. I'm just going to do another 200 and then easy here for a bit. Uh, 10 more strokes. So rest it there for a bit. So Wade, how's everybody?
Excellent, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for joining, mate. Fantastic.